Welcome back, dear viewers. This is Maverick here, and today we're watching episode 2 of Kanojo, Okarishimasu. So, anyways, last episode we are introduced to our primary two lovebirds, Kazuya and Chihiro, and at the very end of the episode, we see that Chihiro is actually studying at the same college or university as Kazuya is. So, obviously, I'm sure Chihiro has her circumstances as well. She needs money, presumably for either college, or herself, or her family, maybe medical issues or whatnot, and so that's why she's doing this entire rental girlfriend nonsense, right? But hey, no judging. If she wants to earn money this way, she has all the power, right? So, I'm really quite curious as to what exactly is going to compel them to continue maintaining this sort of fake relationship going forward, right? It seems that, especially since they are already in college and whatnot, it's pretty easy, honestly, to basically just, tell their parents, tell their family and whatnot, hey, it eventually didn't work out, we just broke it off, or something like that. It's what happens in real life as well, right? So there has to be something that's gonna happen that's causing them to continue this relationship. I'm thinking it might have to do with Kazuya's ex. We do also see a glimpse of her at the very end of last episode. So let's jump right in and see if that is the case. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. It's good that you can actually recognize her. Literature department. Hmm. Oh. And to literally live next to each other as well? Seriously? and but how does that even make sense? Like, all this time, and you guys never even, saw each other? You literally live right next to each other. Oh, okay. Hold on. They're dancing. Alright, I don't think that's... But... oh my god. Anyways, where was I? Like I said, you guys literally live next to each other, but... oh man. I mean, it's one thing for maybe Kazuya to not know about Chizuru, right? Because she has a different appearance and whatnot. But Chizuru could never tell that her client was literally the boy right next to her. Ugh. Alright. Anyways. Anyways. Oh, you are acting like a kind of stalker. That's not too bad. Ah. Like, why are you assuming that they're together then? This grandma. Oh. Yeah, get all the tissues out. Oh. You are seriously. I mean, I'm not really feeling sympathetic toward Kazuya here. Is she actually gonna go over? And then ding dong. I think she's more mad that he couldn't be truthful. He actually did get a girlfriend for a month, right? Seriously, you're gonna get moved by this? Oh my god. Did I think this is a yeah, right. Yeah, you'll walk her back. Bye bye. Oh, I thought she was gonna say pay up. So he's gonna rent her every Wednesday. I mean, it's not even a case of doing it or not. He's paying. Oh. Brand management, eh? So, is he actually studying marketing? Oh. Hey. I. He does look pretty cute, though. Nah. Can't. Ah, this guy. Wait. So they know that. No, don't say anything. Damn. What, you're whacking another one out? True pro. The switch. Man, she is super. Ah. No. No. Alright. How is she gonna step in? Well, technically she's still on the clock right now, right? This dude. Who? Who is he? That's so. Who is? Wait. Mommy? So is this supposed to be a mixer? No, honestly, this would be a pretty... See, someone with higher social skills would just use this situation to go. Okay, so I guess she's pretty quick on the uptake, so she already knows. I've been waiting for this situation though. I've been waiting for these two to meet. Oh. This girl. Not to mention, this is his current girlfriend, right? I'm sorry. Wait, so they were all originally of the same group? What the hell kind of development is this? Oh yeah, she is studying literature, right? Wanna come to my place? I knew it. Alright, I'm not watching the preview. I don't want to spoil things. Alright, see you guys after this. Well, this has been watching a train wreck in slow motion, right? And well, even though I say that, it is definitely very entertaining. I don't know why, but I feel like Kazuya, most people would find him to be either scummy or at least very, very, how should I say it, punchable in a way. Not just in what he's actually doing right now, but because of his weakness of not standing up for himself and things like that. But I don't know, I feel kind of refreshed by all this in a sort of way, right? Because this is supposed to be a harem, right? A harem rom-com. And yet, I think this is the first time where I see the main character has not shown any redeeming qualities so far, right? Beyond the fact that he has a good libido, I guess, if you can consider that a quality. Hey, some do. So yeah, I mean, typically in a lot of these sort of harem rom-coms anyway, the most generic setting is the kind protagonist, right? The kind, nice guy who will go the extra mile, go the extra length to do things for others and whatnot. And sure, yeah, you could say it's old and cliche and whatnot, but the funny thing is I've actually thought about that. And in real life, it's actually quite hard to really devote yourself to that extent to others. But anyways, that's kind of beside the point. What I'm trying to say here is that Kazuya, so far, he hasn't really shown any redeemable qualities, both as himself and to the girls as well, right? It's not like he's he's not really, if anything, if nothing else, he's the one that's causing them more and more trouble all the time, right? Without really compensating them for it. I mean, sure, you could say that with Chihiro, he is paying her money and whatnot, but it doesn't have to be him. She's doing this job anyways. She could be getting the money from somewhere else as well, just for someone else to actually rent her, right? So, yeah, I'm interested to see how exactly this goes, how exactly they're going to make Kazuya's character, and how it can actually turn into a sort of harem rom-com and have other girls falling for him as well, right? So, really looking forward to that. Now, for this current situation with Chizuru, I mean, it's like, what can you say? It's just within the context of the work, right? There are definitely lots of things that I feel are completely illogical about this, such as them living right next to each other. Like, I definitely feel like that is very illogical. Maybe there's a good explanation. Maybe Chizuru just moved in or something like that. But I don't know. It feels like even when you make the bare minimum contact with your neighbors or whatnot, you would still at least know that somebody is living next to you, right? And especially in Kazuya's case, right, who is this horny guy who's always thinking about girls and wanting to have sex and whatnot, even if Trudeau was in her sort of more plain clothes, plain dresses and whatnot, it's still a decent looking girl, right? So I have no idea how they never saw each other before. That doesn't really make much sense to me. But she is definitely showing, quite good qualities and being a very kind-hearted, good-natured girl, right? Sure, she has the switch that's flipped and whatnot, but when you get down to it, she's still going to be helping out Kazuya and whatnot, right? She really didn't have to do that entire thing in the apartment with her grandma and whatnot. So, you could say, honestly, she's the one who's exhibiting the best qualities so far out of all the characters. Definitely not Kazuya. His is still to come if it does come at any time. And then Mommy is definitely a weird one. And first of all, that entire group dynamic that they have is quite weird, right? So Mommy has her two friends, and apparently they're acting like they can't even recognize Kazuya when we look at a scene just prior to that, and they were in the same photo. They obviously went on some sort of trip or whatnot, like a mixer or whatnot. They went out on a I don't know, a hiking or a fishing trip or something like that. So how can you act like you don't even know her ex and that he's apparently a nobody, and when clearly you guys are in the same circle as well as a group of friends or whatnot? Like, even if you're not going to say your friends, at least your acquaintances, right? So I feel like the dialogue over there was a little bit suspect as well. But from what I can gather right now, I believe that they're all from the same department, actually. This is by Kazuya's dialogue, considering what his first period is and his reluctancy to go there. I do believe that that's probably because they are in the same class. And then, not to mention his two friends saying that their senior is asking him to come and whatnot. And then having the other girls as well. I do believe that they are probably in the same department or something like that. So I'm really curious about Mami's situation. So first of all, that group dynamic is kind of weird, right? And then secondly, like, what exactly is Mami's problem here, right? So first of all, why did she date Kazuya in the first place? So did she indeed see some redeeming qualities in him, and so that is why she wanted to date him and whatnot, and then later on became disappointed or something like that? I can see why she's acting this way right now. It might be her pride, right? So she's like, how dare you move on and get another significant other before I even did, right? I definitely don't feel that she has a significant other, has a boyfriend right now, right? Because even her two friends didn't really know about this, and well, I think she is the type that will actually go around telling people that she has a current boyfriend already. So, not really sure what that entire situation is right here. She's definitely acting, maybe not quite jealous. I don't feel, perhaps it is actually jealousy in a sort of sense, but I think more in the sense where her pride is sort of hurt, because she's like, I am miles better than you. How can you move on earlier than me, right? I can definitely see her having this kind of personality. And then so now she's doing her best to try and break them up, because hey, if I haven't moved on yet, how dare you have a fulfilling love life, right? So, well, we'll see about that. We'll see more about that and see whether or not she does turn out to be actually serious about Kazuya. I think maybe it's half and half. I am interested. So the entire thing about this series right now is I really don't know how they are going to make it going forward, right? Because this is honestly, I think this is the first times where I've seen a protagonist with no redeemable qualities as of yet, and then both girls supposedly of the harem hating his guts in a way, if you will. So I don't know how exactly they are going to develop, and I am definitely interested in finding out. And then, of course, I don't expect him to actually go over to Mami's place. Probably something will happen, although probably it won't happen of Kazuya's own accord. I don't think he actually has the willpower to say no to Mami. Not to mention that from his perspective, I feel like, he even doesn't really consider this, like, from his perspective, why would he need to say no, right? This is just a rental girlfriend after all. It's not real, right? Sure, he kind of owns her and whatnot, but at the same time, if she doesn't really feel anything towards Kazuya, then heck, to hell with it. If he can get an actual girlfriend, good for him, right? At least that would be the thinking here. So no harm done, right? No harm, no foul. Of course, her standing up for Kazuya at the mixer at the pub there was definitely a nice gesture, but that is something independent of all this, right? Kazuya is still free to carry on with his love life if he manages to have one, just as I'm sure that Chizuru probably is still having other clients as well. Although I guess that might not entirely be true. Maybe she's decided to just accept his request from now on due to, well, hard to say, right? Hard to say. I wouldn't think so, but you never know. I didn't expect her to actually hop over the fence and, well, not really to hop over the fence. I didn't really expect her to just go directly next doors and cover for Kazuya. I thought Kazuya would have to bribe her a little bit more in order to do this, but hey, I was wrong. So, we'll see in the next one. Anyways, definitely entertaining so far. If a bit trashy, I guess you could say, in regards to characters. But hey, as long as we are entertained, right? So, I'll see you guys next week as well. Stay tuned, and bye-bye.